what fucking happens is, alright, so she... First of all, now they're lovers. Whether we've seen a reason for it or not. They already are.
I don't know.
Because he comes home and she's just like, I'm a woman, I went through all your stuff. And I'm like, is that a thing? Okay. So she's
hysterical. Like, he's
she's
like,
gone
down.
ape shit, and he's just like, and she's just like, well, who am I to you? And he said, well, that's an interesting story. And then he just sort of goes, like, I had a wife once, and you look like her, so therefore you must have an identical twin. Okay. And then the best part about it, he goes, you must have an identical twin. That's all there is to say about that. Cut. The fuck are you... What?
Yep.
You fucking... What?
Yep.
The fuck am I... What? And by the way, this reaction I had was exactly what I had by myself watching this movie going, you can't cut there.
You did watch that thing with Kevin Smith talking about it in the Q&A, right?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Because he basically says, it's like, this movie doesn't care about what's going on with
No.
you. It just is what it is,
Like,
and if you're on board, cool. If you're not, too bad.
I was just like, what in the fuck is going on? You can't just say that sentence and then go, that's all there is, and then cut.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. We need fucking context.
Oh, we'll get to what context means in this movie.
Like, Jesus Christ, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a film, and we're talking about a movie with weird shape-shifting aliens.
So the Red Electroids invade Buckaroo Bonzai's house in search of the oscillator.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's... I think that's a pretty... Kill him, right?
Yeah.
Kill him dead.
Boom. Dead. Gone.
But no, not really. They get into a couple scuffles.
Mm-hmm.
Rawhide is hurt.
Yes.
In a scuffle with, I think it's John Big Boutte.
I believe.
I do like when they go in at first, they kill the mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get into the jet car because that's where they think it is.
Yes.
But John Big Boutte, in his infinite wisdom, goes, John O'Connor, you go into the car. Why don't you do it, John Big Boutte? It might be booby-trapped. Oh, I see.
All right. And then
goes.
goes.
And smashes the window.
Like, what?
You're right. I will endanger myself then.
Sure.
We're starting to see where the hierarchy is in the henchmen.
We're just talking about it and I'm already frustrated. Jesus Christ.
So after a scuffle, Rawhide's hurt. They gotta keep going. So they've all split up at this point. They're all looking for the Red Electroid, so they're all in groups at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Reno and New Jersey are walking through the building.
Like
They walk through a room.
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey looks over, sees that there's a watermelon there.
Yeah.
Why is there a watermelon there? I'll tell you later. There is no later.
No.
There is no later.
There's a watermelon.
Because.
I think there was something I didn't get a chance to add to my notes that had an explanation for it or something.
Not in the movie.
No, it's not in the movie. But I never even actually got a chance to read it. So I don't know. And it actually kind of works better if we don't know.
Yeah, I got the explanation from the director.
It's better if it's just lit there.
Better if it's better if you just go,
yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Hakina gives the oscillator to Penny.
Yeah.
Put it in your purse. Because they're on each side of the fence, and he thinks the Red Electroids are going to get him. Now, what ends up happening is that after he hands it off, she then is proceeded immediately
get captured.
Get captured by the Red Electroids who take off. Like, she literally goes into the next room, and John O'Connor's there, who has been shot but not killed.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Hi.
Like, grabs her.
That dude's always creepy, by the way. He's a great character actor, but always creepy.
Rawhide then dies.
Yep. Which that's not cool.
He grabs a little alien thing that was in a dead scientist earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Hands it to the Black Electroid. Asks, "Is there an antidote?" He's like, "No, not at all."
Yeah.
Smash it, kills it.
Kills it, and it's just like, oh, so he's done.
And so he's just like, "What are y'all waiting for? You better get out of here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's dead.
Which I guess this means Jeff Goldblum takes this place now.
I guess so.
In the band.
Hope you're good at the piano.
Yeah.
The President of the United States appears in this film. And he is in
He's in traction.
He's in traction, and not only is he okay, so he's in a bed. No.
He's in a kind of... Well, he is in a bed.
He is in a bed.
He is, but it's flipped upside down, kind of, and he's being held by wires, which I'm like, that can't be comfortable.
So it looks like something that can just go, like, you can just flip it all the way around and everything. So it's just like, pull me up, I got a seat.
Yeah.
He calls World Watch 1, which is the Team Bonzai.
Mm-hmm.
So they're everything. They're the Hong Kong Cavaliers, they're World Watch 1, they're protectors of the universe, apparently. And explains, Mr. President, you see, there's these aliens.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's these other aliens.
Yes.
So if we don't kill these aliens, those aliens up there will annihilate our planet.
Yeah. And this man here is not a man. This is, in fact, an alien. And then he fucking holds up the fucking like, Hang 10 sign.
Well, he doesn't do it right then and there. He's like, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, and Bonzai just walks away.
And then that's when John Parker just holds up his hands like, hang loose.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I watching? Like, clearly you knew that was them going, all right, just cut. And then he fucking did that for the shit of it, and they kept it in. So
basically, the Secretary of Defense is there, who's one of those, like,
we
need to stop...
we need to murder everybody.
We need to stop Bonzai, and we need to... They shouldn't be in much power as they... He's not an antagonist, per se.
No, he's not, but he's under the impression... He doesn't like the fact that...
He's kind of like, to a lesser extent, in Ghostbusters. He's William Peck's character.
Yeah, he's kind of like Peck, where he's right, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Because he's basically going, like, why are we letting Bonzai do everything? Like... He's just a guy, right? Like, why does he have so much influence? We should be doing things our way because we're the fucking government. We know better. Why are we letting this asshole do it? And he's just constantly being shut up the whole time.
And then the military guy literally says, I can speak for everyone in this room and say, I'm terrified.
I've been through 2 wars, and I've seen everything, but I'm not afraid to tell you I'm terrified. I'm like, the fuck is this?
And he proceeds to say, and this is a direct quote, I am barely holding my fudge in.
That was a sentence that was said.
And then just some lady shows up, he's like, get yourself together, man.
What?
He is barely holding his fudge in. That is a
quote. I'm
quote.
barely holding my fudge in, because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Re-enter into the movie! Dr. Emilio Lizardo.
Hey, he's alive.
Who now we know is John Warfin, who is Lord John, who has called himself, quote, Lord John Warfin of the Red Lectroids. Who calls Bonzai for his ransom, going, we know the same people. Take, for instance, Dr. Penny... Pretty. He's like, and then Dr. Bonzai's like, doctor?
Is she a doctor? Like, he's not sure. Okay. And then this is, again, one of my other favorite fucking lines, because Buckaroo Bonzai, again, doesn't have registers of anything. So John Warfin walks over and hands the phone to Penny, because he's like, if you don't, come do this, I will fucking kill her.
Tell him.
And he hands the phone to her, and she's just like, Buckaroo, don't do it. I'm not worth it. And his only response is, Penny, get off the phone. What the fuck am I listening to? I mean, by the way, that Penny, get off the phone is going to be my new text tone, by the way.
And also, while all of this is happening, John O'Connor has one of her sleeves ripped open, is proceeding to pour honey on her arm to torture her with ants.
I mean, it's creative.
Yep.
The fuck am I watching?
So what happens is, because of all this craziness happening, the U.S. can't call Russia. Russia can't call the U.S. So basically, they can't communicate to one another that there's aliens happening.
Yeah.
So if you go to, DEFCON 2, we gotta go to DEFCON 2, but we can't communicate that. We just can't. So basically, the aliens are gonna kill the Earth.
Yes.
By letting it blow itself up because no one can communicate.
Sure.
I think the guy explaining this fucked his line up.
Yeah, he did. He stumbled on his line.
And they kept it in.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact...
And that's not the only time.
No,
that happens a couple times in this film.
Yeah. Where people stumble over their line and then, like, they repeat it because it's human nature.
They either stumble over their line or they repeat their line.
It's basically what happens is the guy says the line, but he mixes up, like I was attempting to read, where I'm like, you flub the line, you flub the word, but human nature is to just repeat yourself, even though you can't use that take in a movie, or so you think. And, you know, he says the line, and it stayed in.
Because I think the word is like miscommunication. He goes,
miscommunication.
I'm like, no, you can...
You can cut. Let's try that again.
You want to run that by again? No, leave it in.
You have $17 million. I think you can run another take.
So the president has to fill out a declaration of war.
Mm-hmm.
The short form. Which is literally just a little piece of paper that goes, we blank, declare war on blank.
What the fuck am I watching?
That was made for comedy purposes.
That was a joke. I understand. But it still exists.
That was for comedy purposes.
It still exists.
So Emilio has this big speech to all the Red Lectroids of how they're going to go back to Planet 10 and go back to the 8th dimension and we're going to free all of our brothers from there. It's like, where are we going? The 8th dimension. When are we going? Real soon.
It's a rah-rah moment.
I do like, while he's talking, John Big Boutte is just like, you son of a motherfucker.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, he's holding a wire connected to the microphone, and at one point he pulls the wire just a little bit, like he's about to disconnect it. Like, just you...
By the way, he's been getting more and more frustrated because people keep calling him Big Booty.
Yep.
And he's like, it's Boutte!
That is a bell they ring a lot.
Yeah.
So Penny and Bonzai are tortured.
Penny is in... I think the president's fucking chair.
Yep. She's all strung up.
She's strung up.
He's sit into like a thing, and they put a hat on him to electroshock him. This is the scene where Peter Weller couldn't get through it.
Yeah. Because, you've basically got John Lithgow and Christopher Lloyd playing off each other so insanely well that, if I were Peter Weller, I'd be like, guys, you can't film me in this scene.
What basically
you just can't.
kept tripping him up was... He's being shown Penny on TV being tortured, but there's one TV that's not on.
Yeah.
And that's like freaks Emilio out. He's like, no, that you idioto! And he fucking smacks Christopher Lloyd.
Smacks Christopher Lloyd.
Which wasn't planned.
No.
He did that on his own.
And
that's why Lloyd's just like, oh,
like he's got he has a crazier reaction than you expect. And then he just walks over and turns the TV on. There was no need for that.
There's just growing tension between Boutte and Orphan.
It's just so weird.
So, the Secretary, I think, of Defense visits the Team Bonzai.
Yes.
This is the fucking guy who's kind of the bad guy.
He's not a bad guy. He just sort of he
helps them get into yo-yo dive.
Yeah, and again, it's the same thing. It's I don't know. It's just kind of like he's not a bad guy, kind of, but he kind of is, but he's kind of not.
Maybe he's just an asshole.
Yeah. Again, it's the kind of the Peck from Ghostbusters where you're like, he's an asshole, but he's absolutely right.
So the bus pulls up to Yo-Yo Dine because they couldn't follow Buckaroo because he was told to come alone.
Yes.
And he basically goes, "I got this. I'll get us in." He distracts the guards by just like because. What Yo-Yo Dine is actually doing was supposed to be building the president, or I guess the United States as a whole, a bomber.
Yes.
Of some sort.
Yes.
So he's there under the disguise of like, I'm here on presidential business to check up on the bomber. Mm-hmm. Like, let me see what you, Joan. Yeah, what's your name? John Smallberries. I'm going to remember that. John Smallberries. So they get in, and they are loaded up.
They're loaded for fucking bear.
So they've been what was invented on the fly, mind you.
Yes.
Suits with hoses connected to them, so if they breathe in, they can see red Lectroids.
Yes.
Like, I don't think you need to know, because it's established that everyone in Yo-Yo Dine, literally every person,
is a red Lectroid.
Is a red Lectroid named John.
Yes.
Everyone. Mm-hmm. So whoever you're shooting, it's fine. They're safe to say they're a red Lectroid.
But I think the idea behind it was probably so they can literally just be trigger happy and not accidentally shoot each other.
Right.
Like, if it's red, shoot it, kind of thing.
So they get in, and they sneak in, but then something goes off, like somebody hits something.
Like you do.
So it's just a big shootout now. Gomez is killed. John Gomez is killed. It's like you wouldn't even realize it was him, but I recognized the jacket. So once he gets shot, I'm like, okay, so one of the main Red Electroids is down. Penny's saved, kind of, because she's like out of it.
Well, she's done basically.